if it was a pretty game. I thought the beginning of it was good and the ending of it was good, but there in the middle wasn't so great for us. But give our kids credit for battling back, being down, and you know, I thought once we went to our press, that really got them on their heels. I thought they sped up, probably took some quicker shots than Matt would have liked them to, but give our kids credit for getting back in the game with our defense. Carly was struggling a little bit from the outside. She struggled up in Minnesota. It was nice to see her get her shot back early, but obviously the last three she had was pretty big.
When Tyra's 2 of 13 from the field, how much do you need someone like Carly or a bit like that? So.
Well, you do. You know, Tyra's just played. She's played really well, and you know, I thought one of the things that Tyra wasn't getting that she's been getting, and that's to the free throw line. She got there 10 times tonight, but you know, I thought that she continued to attack and just for whatever reason, you know, wasn't getting as many calls that went her way as she normally has. In the past. So, and my message to her was to simply keep driving and to try to get them on their heels. They switched up their defenses. You know, they were playing a switching man from time to time. They played their buzz at times, and then down the stretch there, they were in a 2-3 zone. They obviously went to man at the end of it, and you know, obviously we got the kick out shot to Carly. So. It's big for all of them to step up. You know, Kim Royster was big at Minnesota. Lindsay Lycum was great at Minnesota. It's just that we didn't have Lex Gassian wasn't very good. Carly struggled from the outside, and so we need everybody. But we've talked about that from day one. That in order for us to get 3 to 4 kids in the stat sheet with double digits, it's going to be huge. Right now, it's going to be huge for the remainder of the year.
Teri, how big of a win is this, you know, in terms of, you know, big picture, Big Ten standings? Amanda was saying how important it is to kind of beat the teams that are below you standings-wise,
sure.
And then upset some teams ahead of you. So how nice is it?
Well, you know, it's huge just because, you know, from the standpoint that how we did it. That's why it's big. You know, it just seemed like nothing was really kind of going our way tonight, and we still managed to put some runs together there at the end in the fourth quarter, in particularly, and you know, find a way to win. But you know, certainly you want to you know, beat the guys below you and compete with everybody else. But this is a really good league, and it doesn't matter night in and night out who you're facing. You know, we have tremendous coaches. We have really, really good players. This is one of the best conferences in the country, and any win is good. I don't care if you're on the road. I don't care if you're home. Any win in the Big Ten is good.
Late in the game, I think Illinois didn't hit a field goal in the last 3 minutes. What were you guys doing well? You mentioned the press. But...
Well, I think it was that. I think we just got them a little rattled at that point, and that was big just because it seemed like everything that they shot tonight, from my perspective, looked like it went in, and it felt that way. I know for the bench, and probably felt that way for the 5 out on the floor as well. That, you know, we worked so hard and still we gave up some open shots and they just hit them. But you know, give them credit. Like you said, they came out with a great game plan, and they switched up their defenses and really, I thought, kept us off balance offensively as well. But it was good that you know, when we had to get those stops and when we had to hope that they were going to miss some of those, that they came at a timely, you know, in a timely fashion for us.
Just how crucial was getting into the bonus as quickly as you guys did in the fourth quarter?
You know, again, we talk about that before every game. You know how special that's been for us, being able to get to the free throw line, and we just, again, every time out, we just kept telling our kids to keep attacking. We got to stop the clock. We got to get to the free throw line. We got to stop the clock. We got to get to the free throw line. And so, just like I said, just give them. Carly, you know, I think got there. And now, let me tell you, I'm not really happy with our free throw percentage. 13 for 21. You get there that many times, and we got to capitalize on more of those free throws. But the fact that we got there, I thought, was really, really big for us.
How does a game like tonight, when you're down by 11 or 12 late in the game, compare to a game where you beat the 18th team in the nation?
Well, like I mentioned, it's the Big Ten, and you can expect the unexpected in this league. You really can. And it's, that night, obviously things were clicking on all cylinders for us, especially from the defensive end. We were hitting shots. Things were going really well for us. What I'm most proud tonight of our group is that things weren't going smoothly for us over there, and just that our kids kept just trying to get back in it by possession. We didn't try to get it all back at once. We just kept doing what we do, and that's just work on the defensive end. We sped them up. We came down and we had to execute. And whether that was getting to the free throw line or just executing, making the right play, making a basketball play, I thought that was why we won the game.
I mean, that call where I think they got a timeout and it wasn't a jump ball. I mean, how tense,
Thanks,
the whole
John.
coaching staff, how tense was it on the sideline?
Well, it was,
Yeah.
because from my perspective, it looked like the ball was loose, and/or that Tyra and Simmons both had their hands on the ball, which to me, I don't know, seems like that would be a jump ball, so no possession, looked like a tie-up possession arrow was going our way, and so yeah, it was pretty tense over there on our sideline. But it's part of the game, and our kids, we were in a similar situation with Minnesota, and we needed a stop, and we didn't get it, and that's why we left there with a 2-point loss. So, like I said, give our kids credit for just keeping their heads and going out and doing what we had to do, and that was get a stop.
How much of a confidence builder do you think this is for Jess Walter hitting some of those threes that she hit?
Oh, I think it is. I think that's the other kid, that struggled at Minnesota coming out beyond the arc. She had shot it so well against Ohio State. Jess is a kid that continues to work. She gets in the gym. She spends extra time on her shot, as well as Carly. And, it's always good to see those go in for her because of her work and because, she so desperately wants to help her team, and so it was nice to see that happen for her tonight. But we need her to continue to shoot it well for us, and she was our best 3-point shooter last year, and I think we've all just kind of been waiting for Jess to have a breakout game. And although she shot it well against Ohio State, we still lost. So that doesn't feel very good, even though it might feel good personally. A loss doesn't feel very good as a team, and we're all about each other, and we're all about this team. And tonight she obviously the ones that she hit were huge.
That last possession for Illinois, what was the plan defensively off the free throw line? Who made the play? Who was the one guarding the Illinois shooter on that last possession? What did you see?
Simmons?
Yeah.
Wasn't it? It was Tyra, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, she was guarding Simmons. Actually, it's 21. Is
Yeah,
that right?
21 was the shooter.
Yeah. Wait, what?
I guess what did you see on the last play? Kissinger, yeah.
The last play with time running out.
Yeah.
Well, I think Lex had her, if I remember right. Is that right? I think Lex. It just seemed like the 3 seconds couldn't get off the clock fast enough. I know that I think Lex ended up trying to match up with her. The kid's going downhill, and the only thing you can do is not foul and just try to make her make a tough shot. And if I remember correctly, I thought it was Lex that's what happened. But 3 seconds is a lot of time, and so you're sweating that one out too. You really are on the sideline, hoping that clock moves really fast. But that was, if I remember right, that was obviously big to close off the game with the stop that you had to have.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.